Alright guys, Greg Everett here again. This is number 2. I'm 2 for 2 on doing these weekly. Perfect record. We'll see if I can keep it up beyond 2 weeks. No promises. So this looks like it's the continuation of the last video, actually, same day. Steve just brings these or puts these videos together and shoots them over to me to do a voiceover. So I actually don't know what I'm getting into. That's probably going to stay like that. So we're doing this live. There's Kara again. Kara is a 3-time Canadian national champion. I think her last national championships was 2012. And she did her lifetime snatch goal of 90. Clean and jerked 104, won the bronze medal. And then got crazy, went and had a baby and all. So she's kind of back to training. Pretty much doing what she wants to do. She maintains her strength pretty well, though. It's always impressive to see she can get away with training 2 or 3 days a week and still stay pretty butt-ass strong. From that angle, you can really see that deal with Alyssa's shoulders that I was talking about in the last video, where she can't quite get that right side locked in. She's kind of more limited mobility, doesn't have the same kind of scapular control. Her head tilts away. Kara actually has kind of some similar stuff where she's got like the worst elbows in weightlifting, and somehow still manages to snatch 90, and I think she snatch balanced 100 kilos or something insane like that. So Audra was doing jerk triples this day. She was working up to a max triple and ended up getting, I believe, a 2 kilo PR. I think she did 72, which I think this is on this video here. There's Jess working on really staying over the heels through that driving straight up, bringing the bar behind her head, and then not leaning forward as she splits. There's Adam, good jerker. He's new to the team. He moved out here from Arizona with Heather, God, I don't know, 3 months ago or so, and he's right at the edge, getting ready to qualify for Americans and Nationals, and he's been having to work through a lot of mobility problems. He was about the tightest human being we've ever had in here, and but he's been very diligent about doing his mobility work. He actually has started coming in twice a day now. He'll come in the morning, do a session, primarily with kind of warm-up and mobility work, but also some bar work, or he'll do some light technique work, tall snatches, dip snatches, that sort of thing, press and snatch or Zots presses. And his mobility has taken a huge jump forward in the last 2 months or so. This is Danielle. She's also brand new to the team. She's been lifting for a long time, started up in Sacramento, and then was coached by our friend Rob Earwicker for a few years. And she took, I think, maybe about 2 years off or so, and she's back now. 53 kilo lifter, really, really technically proficient, really sharp, good positions. So she's going to do some great lifting here coming up. Zach again doing that snatch plus overhead squat complex. Really good bottom position. He's a really strong overhead squatter. He's got a great bottom position in that snatch. And it's funny because it seems to be that the people who are already good in that position are the only ones who are willing to sit down there and hold it. Everyone else who really needs the work just refuses to do it. And you can see Kara's elbows right there. She knows she kind of pressed that one out a little bit. So she's got to really fight so much harder than the average person to maintain that or to hold that bar overhead. She doesn't have the luxury of a nice solid lockout with the elbows. So you can see he's still wiggling around a little bit in the bottom there. The goal is for that to be completely still. It should be absolutely motionless. And, in my opinion, every single weightlifter should be able to sit in that position with virtually no effort. The legs should be basically relaxed, the hamstrings sitting on the calves, that upper back nice and tight, the arms fully locked, so you've got a nice kind of bone-on-bone structure from the floor to the bar. It shouldn't require a lot of effort. And again, Alyssa here doesn't have that luxury. She's got to really fight that position. That bar constantly wants to drift forward because her shoulder girdle is so tight. It's just pulling her shoulders and her arms and her elbows forward. So I give her a lot of credit for being able to hold. I think her best jerk is 91 as a 63 kilo lifter, so she gets a lot of credit from me. You can see Jess there still learning to get those arms you know, drive all the way through the bar and lock them out. We're still working on her rack position too. She starts with her elbows way too high. Jess is one of those lifters who came over, she actually started with CrossFit, and a lot of kind of natural raw talent, but just really never learned the fundamentals. And so it's frustrating for her. You know, she's reached this certain level of ability. She's lifting at the national championship level, but it's like she doesn't know these very basic, you know, rules of lifting or concepts of lifting or you know, certain, what we would consider very basic fundamental, you know, actions like controlling the trunk tightness, controlling the shoulder blade tightness, all these kinds of things. So we're working on that, and once she really hits her stride with that, she's gonna take off. There's Audra fighting this must be her 72. Looks like it is. All right, guys, you guys seem to like the first edition of this, so hopefully I won't let you down over time. Again, keep posting in comments, like these videos, share them, subscribe to our channel. That support really helps us. We appreciate it. Thanks.